The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
He called me earlier. It's like, yo, when you spar, I'm gonna come to the gym. I'm like, I'm gonna spar at 4 o'clock. I really didn't think he was gonna pull up, but he pulled up. It means everything. His advice and listening to him in the ring. He calling out little shit. I'm trying to make sure I do what he says. So a hell of a blessing to have Bud, Floyd, all these guys backing me, and I appreciate them. I'm just trying to keep pushing and keep getting better.
When word gets out that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been spending time with Shakur Stevenson ahead of the Teofimo Lopez fight, it doesn't come off like a publicity stunt. It feels more like alignment.
Oh, it was so amazing. It was, but now I'm kind of so used to like,
regular.
Yes, it feels so normal. Like, honestly, that's why me and like Floyd is so like close now, because it's like I'm a genuine person, and he don't like he like genuine people around. So,
do you think he sees a lot of you in himself?
Yeah, he do. I know he do. But like I said, I feel as though I appreciate them guys. I appreciate them. I really don't even look at them like how everybody else look at them. I look at them
friends.
Yeah, like it's like cool people.
Floyd, Shakur, and Terrence Crawford aren't just acquaintances. They share a common language inside the gym, a language built on timing, discipline, and a deep understanding of how fights are really won. Floyd stepping into Shakur and Bud's camps isn't about spotlight or ego. It's about sharpening weapons that are already lethal. He isn't there to remake Shakur. He's there to fine-tune him, to stress the tiny details that separate simply winning rounds from quietly stealing them. Foot placement, punch efficiency.
So Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? The lightweight, who you would put where?
Well, you got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got.
Defensive positioning under pressure. The things casual fans overlook, but fighters feel instantly. Floyd has always been willing to pass on knowledge to fighters who respect the craft, not out of obligation, but because he recognizes how rare true discipline is. For Shakur, Floyd's presence isn't about mimicking a style. It's about reinforcing a mindset, staying composed when the opponent is loud, staying precise when moments get heavy.
What's the sort of last couple from you? What's the sort of best bit of advice he's given? You've obviously got so many people you can call on. You're in a very fortunate position like that. You've got a strong team. What's the sort of best bit of advice he's give you in this game?
A lot of advice he would give me is like boxing related, and he always wanted to show me like little tricks and little things that I could take with me. And that's why I fuck with Floyd heavy, because a lot of people be hating on him, but they don't understand he really like a real dude. And it's even crazier. A lot of people be seeing him like when he around, he come with like 15, 16 people. I swear he had to be at the gym with like 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people chilling. It was a normal vibe for him. It was regular. He was comfortable. And I think that side of Floyd, I think that's the side.
And when fighters of this level start exchanging ideas instead of guarding secrets, that's usually a sign something serious is taking shape. Once you hear about Floyd helping sharpen Shakur's blade, the conversation naturally shifts to someone who's actually felt the other side of the
story. Is an amazing fighter. He's going to have a great career. Crazy skills, good boxing ability, and I will always be proud of him. Always. That's why Even like Shakur, I had a chance to train him.
Because theory is nice, but experience carries weight. That's where Jermaine Ortiz enters the picture. And his energy stands out because it's calm and grounded, not inflated. This isn't someone guessing off highlight reels. This is a fighter who shared rounds with Teofimo Lopez and walked away knowing exactly what that experience felt like. So when Ortiz says he leans towards Shakur Stevenson, it isn't disrespect, it's calculation. He's basically saying, cutting off the ring sounds great on paper, but doing it against someone like Shakur is a completely different
rather have the winner of the two. So, I mean, who do you think wins that fight? I mean, do you think Shakur will be able to?
I think Shakur would win. Yeah. We know Shakur's a great boxer, and we just seen what I did to Teofimo, so I think Shakur will be able to box him out.
I actually smiled when he said Camp showed him exactly what he expected from Teofimo, because that's one of the most dangerous compliments you can give. No surprises means no intimidation. Ortiz is quietly pointing out that Shakur thrives in those gray areas, where punches don't land clean and frustration starts to grow. And the key line for me is how difficult it'll be for Teofimo to consistently get his shots off. Not impossible, not hopeless, just difficult.
Hopefully during training camp they learn how to cut off the ring. We'll see. I think I don't. It's gonna be hard for Teofimo to get in some punches off on Shakur, but we'll see.
That's honest boxing talk. No drama, no exaggeration, just reality. Then Ortiz flips it back on himself, talking about making jaws drop that same night, which I respect, because that's pure fighter mentality. The takeaway is simple. When fighters who've actually felt Teofimo's power and timing still say Shakur's control might be the bigger issue, that tells you a lot. This fight isn't about explosions. It's about access. Who gets to fight where they're comfortable? And when someone who's been in there says, yeah, that's going to be tough, that isn't noise.
I guess asking you, being in the ring with Teofimo, was there anything that surprised you with him in terms of not the success you had, but was there anything you thought would be harder or anything that he did that you didn't expect?
No, everything, training camp went so well for that fight that everything I seen, I already expected and seen it coming.
That's a warning. And right after Ortiz's calm, clinical breakdown, the kind you nod at and file away, Greg Hackett storms into the conversation. Like someone who brought fireworks to a chess match. That energy flips everything. Ortiz gives you the blueprint, Shakur by decision, movement, mental control. Hackett reminds you boxing isn't always polite or technical. Sometimes it's disruptive. He isn't selling nuance, he's selling consequences. Catch Shakur the right way at the right time, and suddenly Teofimo's night turns chaotic fast. I love that contrast, strategy versus eruption, because it forces you to hold to truths at once. Yes, Shakur is surgical and elusive. And yes, Teofimo can explode in a sequence that makes careful planning look fragile.
I like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. He knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's always prepared to win. So, and I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he gonna train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date, even though he's been in some great fights. This is probably the best opponent.
When Hackett starts talking about volume, urgency, relentless pressure, and breaking confidence through force, you hear a coach trying to create a completely different fight than the one analysts are calmly predicting. You can't ignore the math of violence. One sudden change of rhythm from Teofimo, and the expected fight script becomes optional. That's why Hackett's bluntness lands. He doesn't romanticize boxing. He points to the raw mechanics that actually decide outcomes. My takeaway is simple. We should stop pretending this is only style versus style. It's also will versus will, disguised as technique.